From New York City's Lincoln Center, the All-Star Swing Festival. With special guest stars, the original Benny Goodman Quartet, Miss Ella Fitzgerald, Count Basie and his orchestra, and also starring Lionel Hampton, Gene Krupa, Teddy Wilson, the Dave Brubeck Quartet, Joe Williams, plus a galaxy of all-time jazz stars, and starring the world's most celebrated musician, Duke Ellington and his orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, your host for the evening, Doc Severinsen.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and good evening, and welcome to a very special night at Philharmonic Hall. Well, if you're excited about being here tonight, you can just imagine how I feel because, well, tonight we're going to be entertained by royalty. We've got a duke, a count, a first lady, and even the king of swing himself. But why waste words when you can say it with music? Ladies and gentlemen, the great Count Basie and the fabulous Miss Ella Fitzgerald. Well, there's one great musician who's really done it all. He's played for the King and Queen of England, and he's played for presidents of the United States. And his songs have been hits all over the world. He was a star when he started, and he's still way ahead of his time. Here is the man himself, the magnificent one, the Duke, Edward Kennedy Ellington.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, when all our pulses beat ensemble, we're swinging, chart or fake. But one tailgate and false alarm does not togetherness make. So take it from the top and bop and blow down through the bottom. Let not the jamming ever stop until you know you've got 'em.
Musicians and composers have differences of opinion, but there's one thing they all agree on. The best thing that could ever happen to a song is Miss Ella Fitzgerald.
Thank you. So you met someone who set you back on your heels. Goody, goody. You met someone and now you know how it feels. Goody, goody. You gave her your heart too, just as I gave mine to you. She broke it in little pieces. Now, how do you do? You lie awake just singing the blues all night. Goody, goody. You think that love's a barrel of dynamite. Ooh, hooray and hallelujah. You had it coming to you. Goody, goody for her. Goody, goody for me. And I hope you're satisfied. You're asked for you. You met someone who set you back on your heels. Good, good, goody, goody. You met someone and now you know how it feels. Goody, goody. Gave her your heart too, just as I gave mine to you. Tore it up, broke it in little pieces. Now how do you do? You lie awake just singing the blues all night. Goody, goody, goody. Think the love the barrel of dynamite. Woo, reggae and hallelujah. Had it coming to ya. Goody, goody for her. Goody, goody for me. And I hope you're satisfied. How I hope she made you cry. And I hope you're satisfied. How I hope you made you cry. And I hope you're satisfied. You're
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. This is a wonderful evening for me. I'm here with all the greats of music, and the best of all, I'm the only girl. My heart is sad and lonely. For you I sigh, for you dear only. Why haven't you seen it? I'm all for you, body and soul. I'd spend my days in longing and wondering why it's me you're wronging. I tell you, I mean it. I'm all for you, body and soul. I can't believe it, it's hard to conceive it, that you turn away from romance. Are you pretending it looks like the ending? Unless I could have one more chance to prove, dear, my life a wreck you're making. You know I'm yours for just
I'm all for you. Come on and take me. And so thank you.
15 years ago, a whole new generation got turned on to progressive jazz. The record was Take 5. And here's the group that made it happen. The Dave Brubeck Quartet, featuring Paul Desmond. In 1936, a great new band jumped out of the speakers of radios all over the country. And they've been jumping ever since. And, well, it just doesn't look like they'll ever slow down. Here is the one and only Count Basie and his orchestra.
Thank you, and how do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Right now, I'd like you to know a young man I had the pleasure of introducing for a few short years, I should say. I'd like you to know my favorite son, Joe Williams.
Well, all right, it's okay when you win. I'm in love with you. Well, all right, okay when you win. Hey, baby, what can I do? I'll do anything that you say, and it's just get to be that way. Well, it's all right, okay when you win. I'm in love with you. Well, all right, okay when you win. Hey, baby, me and you. Anything you say, I'll do, as long as it's me and you. Baby, but first thing every morning, you must wake me with a kiss. You got to make up for all the loving you have made me miss. Well, all right, okay, will you win? I'm in love with you. Well, all right, it's okay, will you win? Hey, baby, what can I do? Anything you do, I'll say. Well, it's just got to be that way. Just love me as I love you, and that will not be hard to do. Well, all right, it's okay. Will you win? What are you waiting for? Well, all right, it's okay. Will you win? But baby, there's one thing more. If I'm gonna be your man, pretty baby, let me take your hand. Well, all right, it's okay. Will you win? Well, all right, okay, you win. And if I'm gonna be your man, baby, let me take your hand. Well, all right, okay, you
You'll always remember the year 1938 as the year the jazz went legit, with a monumental concert at Carnegie Hall. And tonight at Philharmonic Hall, the same great quartet is here, and they're greater and more exciting than ever. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, getting together and getting it together for the very first time on television. Gene Krupa, Teddy Wilson, Mr. Lionel Hampton, and the king of swing, Mr. Benny Goodman, the original Benny Goodman Quartet. Some people called him Satch or Satchmo. Others called him Pops. And I'm proud to say that I knew him and I loved him. But then, everybody loved Louis. Every living jazz musician today owes Pops a great debt. And tonight, with the help of the great guys who played with him, guys like Earl Father Hines, Barney Bigard, Tyree Glenn, Arville Shaw, and Barrett Deems, we'd like to pay tribute to the greatest of them all, Mr. Louis Armstrong. Trumpet players will be the first ones to tell you, when you're playing jazz, you're playing Louis. Right now, here's some of the greats. First, my good friend, Mr. Bobby Hackett. Bobby? Kind of turn it around for the rest of us trumpet players. The incomparable Dizzy Gillespie.
Well, hello, Louie. It's so nice to be back here where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly, I can tell, Dolly. You're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel the room swaying while the band's playing one of our old favorite songs from way back when. So, golly gee, fella, find me an empty knee, fella. Dolly, you'll never go away. Dolly, you'll never go away. Dolly, you'll never go away again. Open it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, folks, we've had a very groovy time here this evening, and we hope that you have too. From all of us to all of you, thanks for making this evening such a swinging. Good night, everybody.